Isekai.
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 219, Dragon Seed. It was late at night that even the residence of Prince Ruai was immersed in sleep, and when it was all quiet, suddenly someone came in. It was Taiyi, who suddenly had something to report. Usually at such a time, Taiyi would not come over to disturb. Shin Miao was sleeping at the deepest when she felt Zi Jingxing getting up and walking out of the door. After a moment, he seemed to be talking outside with someone, and in half a moment, sounds of clothes rustling was heard. She opened her eyes and saw that Zi Jingxing was standing in front of the study table wearing clothes. She took a look outside again and saw that it was in the middle of the night and did not know why he looked like he was about to go out at such a timing. What had happened? She asked. Zi Jingxing saw that she was awake and said, "Something happened in the palace. I will enter the palace to take a look. You should sleep first. There is no need to wait for me." Hearing that, Shen Miao's sleepiness was mostly scattered away. For Zi Jingxing to leave in such a late night, one could tell that this matter is very serious, and moreover it was a palace's matter. She said, "What is it? Is it serious?" The Empress pushed Consort Jing into the pond. Zi Jingxing said as he wore his outer robes. The specifics could not be said clearly in a short time. Shen Miao was relieved. For Zi Jingxing to run to the palace in the middle of the night, she had thought that there was an assassin in the palace. When she heard about the matter, her heart was settled, but after thinking about it, she said in surprise, "Why would her ladyship the Empress push Consort Jing into the pond?" Shen Miao had seen Empress Xianda before and also seen Consort Jing. When facing this type of person like Consort Jing, Empress Xianda simply disdained to even compete, and Empress Xianda did not have an impulsive temperament. If it is said that Consort Jing pushed Empress Xianda into the water, Shen Miao would believe it, but saying that it was Empress Xianda who took that action was something that Shen Miao did not believe at all. The Lu family is currently in the palace, Zi Jingxing said. "They love to pester endlessly. I will go over first to take a look." Shen Miao quickly got up. "I will go too." "It is too late." Zi Jingxing disagreed. "You should sleep. Nothing will happen." Shen Miao shook her head. "Since you will be entering the palace, this is not a simple matter. Anyways, I will not be able to sleep, and for you to let me stay in the residence myself, I would let one's imagination run wild. It is better to go over with you. Moreover, if anything happen, one could maybe even help." Zi Jingxing thought for a moment. "Never mind it. I would not feel rest assured leaving you here alone. Let's go." Shen Miao quickly got up and changed clothes. Because it was really late, all the servants were resting, so Zi Jingxing and Shen Miao only brought Taiyi and Kong Yang along. Both of them rode the carriage on to the streets of Longyi, and there was not even a single person on the road. Zi Jingxing's expression was somewhat cold, and Shen Miao was seriously lost in thoughts. Even if Empress Xianda pushed Consort Jing, there was no need to call Zi Jingxing into the palace in the middle of the night. To put it in a bad way, even if Consort Jing lost her life because of this, that was a fight between the females in the inner palace, and one could directly dismiss the people from the Lu family. Moreover, Emperor Yongla was currently tearing all pretenses from the Lu family, so how would he let the Lu family make a big fuss? When Shen Miao was in Mingqi, she had also seen concubines who would hinder another because of jealousy. The pushing into the pond by Empress Xianda to Consort Jing was the most inferior setup. So what did it need Zi Jingxing to take a trip to the palace? Shen Miao felt that this matter was not that simple. However, Taiyi said that the person who came over from the palace with the imperial decree did not speak clearly, thus no one knew the specifics of the situation. Both of them were deep in their own thoughts, thus in a moment of time, they reached the gates of the palace. Deng Gonggong, who was always beside Emperor Yongla, was waiting at the gates of the palace. Upon seeing Zi Jingxing, he was joyful but became startled when he saw Shen Miao coming down from the carriage. However, he was not bothered by this and smiled. "Your Highness, the Prince of First Rank has finally arrived. His Majesty is in the palace waiting for you." Zi Jingxing let Deng Gonggong walk in front and Shen Miao followed behind. After thinking a while, she then asked Deng Gonggong, Is her ladyship the Empress well? Her ladyship the Empress is well. Many thanks for Wang Pei's care. Deng Gong said with a smile. Shen Miao's gaze slightly moved. The Empress was fine, but such a big fuss was created. Did it mean that it was related to the other person? Sure enough, when she thought of that point, she heard Deng Gong speaking. However, her ladyship consort Jing has not yet woken up. Zi Jingxing sneered. What kind of tricks is Lu Jing playing? He had an annoyed expression on. Deng Gong smiled and did not say anything more, but Shen Miao felt that there was some meaning to that smile. After entering the palace, the place that Deng Gong took both of them straight to was Jinghua Palace. Jinghua Palace was where consort Jing was staying, and it was already in the middle of the night, but Jinghua Palace was brightly lit and all the palace maids were kneeling in the middle of the hall. With a look, Shen Miao could see that Emperor Yongle and Empress Xianda were also present. Both of them were sitting in the hall, but one was unable to see any difference with Empress Xianda, as she was the usual calm, but Emperor Yongle's face was as cold as frost. Shen Miao went in with Zi Jingxing, and Deng Gong quickly reported. When Emperor Yongle saw that Shen Miao also came over, his expression was also slightly startled, but Empress Xianda stood up and smiled as she walked over to Shen Miao before speaking familiarly as she held Shen Miao's hands. Previously one heard that your health is not good and wanted to let you come to the palace to chat. Who knew that so many things had happened? One did not expect that you would come over at such a late night. Shen Miao smiled. One did not know what has happened for His Highness to enter the palace. Thus one just come along. Empress Xianda asked her, is one's health recovering? Shen Miao said, it is fully healed. Many thanks for your ladyship's kindness. Empress Xianda then smiled. Then Ben Gong is relieved. At Zi Jingxing's end, he was looking at Emperor Yongle and said seriously, Imperial older brother, what had happened? Everyone knew that Empress Xianda would not push consort Jing into the water, and consort Jing had not yet awake, but Emperor Yongle had already taken action against the Lu family, without even caring of the Lu family's face. So why would he call Zi Jingxing into the palace because of consort Jing's health? Emperor Yongle said coldly, the Lu family was just here. They came? Zi Jingxing frowned. When I entered, one did not see the people of the Lu family. The Lu family was annoying troublemakers, and their tails are already up in the skies. Today consort Jing had fallen into the water, and the Lu family had been suffering losses under the emperor's hands, so they would definitely take this opportunity to kick up a fuss and would not let Empress Xianda off. For the Lu family not to show even a shadow, could it be that they had already kicked up a fuss on their way here? They are not afraid that something would happen to consort Jing. The one that spoke was Empress Xianda. They are secure in the knowledge that one has backing. Shen Miao's heart moved. Secure in the knowledge that one had backing? What is the meaning of those words? Just as she was thinking, she saw an imperial physician coming out. He walked to Emperor Yongle and bowed, replying to Your Majesty. Her ladyship consort Jing has gotten a cold after falling into the water. Fortunately the foundation of her health is good, thus the dragon seed in her womb is safe. After taking 2 doses of medication and rest, both mother and child would be safe. Consort Jing was pregnant. Shen Miao and Zi Jingxing was stunned. Unconsciously Shen Miao looked towards Empress Xianda, and the lips of Empress Xianda raised slightly higher, and she looked the usual calm and magnanimous, but Shen Miao felt that no matter how she looked, that smile was of satire. She then looked at Emperor Yongle. His gaze was ice cold and his expression had sank into the water. No matter how one looked, he did not seem to be happy. It seemed that consort Jing had woken in the room as a delicate voice called out, Your Majesty. Qian wants to see His Majesty. Zi Jingxing looked at Emperor Yongle with a smile, but not a smile, but Emperor Yongle turned his head to look at Empress Xianda. Empress Xianda smiled gently. Your Majesty should take a look at consort Jing. The child is always innocent. She then looked towards Zi Jingxing. His Majesty most likely will be talking to you in a while, so you can wait here. She then said to Shen Miao, after so much time, Ben Gong also want to return to change. Wang Pei can accompany Ben Gong back. One feared that one would be tired in such a late night. Wei Yang Palace has hot tea prepared. Empress Xianda was so dignified that one could not see any single wrong, but the calmer she was, the more it made one's heart upset. Shin Miao saw that a large part of Empress Xianda's skirt was damp and guessed that she was just beside Consort Jing by the pond, and when Consort Jing fell into the water, Empress Xianda's clothes became wet. However, because of the constant caring for Lu Jing, she did not care to change into clean clothes. She nodded her head. All right. Emperor Yongle stared at Empress Xianda and did not speak, while Consort Jing, who was in the room calling, became even more delicate. Empress Xianda said, "It is better for your majesty to take a look earlier." It is not Consort Jing that would be tired, but the child in Consort Jing's womb. After finishing, she pulled Shen Miao and left without caring what expression was on Emperor Yongle's face. Once exiting Jinghua Palace, the air outside seemed to be much more refreshing. The hustle and bustle of the summer was about to pass, and it would not be long later for the weather to gradually cool down and enter the beginning of autumn. The flowers were blooming beautifully in the summer, but after some more days, it would be cool and deserted. Shen Miao's head was hanging down as she thought about the strange atmosphere between Emperor Yongle and Empress Xianda. She felt that Empress Xianda showed some exhaustion today, that when she was in Jinghua Palace, she was somewhat confrontational towards Emperor Yongle. This was different from the usual calm Empress Xianda's personality. Was it perhaps due to Consort Jing's child? That's right, Empress Xianda did not have children. When Shen Miao first entered the palace, she had discovered that Emperor Yongle was at his prime but did not have any descendants of his own. There were a lot of followers of the Lu and Yi family in court, and other than the powers that were left by the late emperor, the other reason was because there was no descendants. No matter how one looked, an emperor who did not have any descendants would not last long. But Consort Jing was pregnant now. If Consort Jing gave birth to a son, could it be that the future monarch would be fixed? Then this country would be tied to the Lu family at the end. Emperor Yongle would definitely not want to see an external relative holding on to exclusive power. It was no wonder that when Emperor Yongle was not at all happy upon hearing that Consort Jing was pregnant. However, the reason Empress Xianda was unhappy, most likely because of the position of an empress, but due to the jealousy of a female's heart. The person on the spot was baffled, but the onlooker saw everything exceptionally clearly. Shin Miao was also the same. The gaze that Empress Xianda looked at Emperor Yongle was the same as how she initially looked at Fu Ziyu. She loved deeply one's own husband, but at the end, it was another female that was pregnant with one's husband's child. No matter how calm Empress Xianda was, there would be a trace of unhappiness in one's heart. She was after all only a female. Wang Pei a first rank? Empress Xianda's voice sounded. Shen Miao recovered to her senses, and as Empress Xianda was looking at her, she smiled somewhat tolerantly. You were too lost in thoughts and one is unable to hear Ben Gong's words. Shen Miao quickly apologized. One has offended your ladyship. There is no need to be as such. Empress Xianda did not seem to take it to heart. It is so late already. It is natural for one to get lost in one's thought when tired. Wang Pei do not need to blame oneself. As Shen Miao walked, she could not help but asked, Your ladyship, one would like to ask you about a matter. Please ask. Was it really you who pushed Consort Jing into the water? Empress Xianda slightly hesitated before smiling towards her. What does Wang Pei think? Your ladyship, the empress would definitely not do such a thing. Consort Jing did not just enter the palace, and your ladyship had lived together with her peacefully for so many years, so one would not deal with her at such a moment like this. Shin Miao said, so one is curious, why did your ladyship accept this crime? Empress Xianda stopped walking and looked at Shen Miao with a smile. You indeed believe in Ben Gong. In fact, it is strange when one speaks about it. From the first time Ben Gong saw you, one felt that you are very similar with Ben Gong, but your personality is much more intense. It is most likely because your father is a general. Ben Gong had heard many things about you, and even though you have versatile means and schemes, but the actions are clean and direct, which possess a military air. Ben Gong cannot do it, as a literary families pay attention to being indirect. Even though Ben Gong want to do it in a roundabout way, one has to tie it up softly till the end. Thus at the end you and Ben Gong will always be different. Shen Miao was silent. Empress Xianda smiled again. There is really no need for Ben Gong to push her into the pond, and the emperor understood this rationale. The Lu family also understood it, but the only one that did not understand was Lu Jing. As for this crime, it does not matter if one carries it. The goal of framing a person is to deceive everyone under the skies, but even you, who just came to Long Yi, know about this lie, not to mention the officials in Long Yi. Shen Miao, could it be that your ladyship would not explain? Ben Gong is too lazy to explain and cannot be bothered to do it. Consort Jing can do whatever she likes. Ben Gong would not take it to heart at all. Empress Xianda said faintly. Shen Miao thought that just this point, she was completely different from Empress Xianda. If it was her, if it was not the crime that she committed, she would not admit to it, and no matter how much she changed, the fierceness in her bones would not change. Empress Xianda was like vast and deep water that was tolerant and calm, and that made others feel very small in front of her. Just as they were speaking, unconsciously Wei Ying Palace was in sight and Tao Gugu was waiting at the doors. Upon seeing both of them returning, she quickly walked to Empress Xianda. Is your ladyship all right? Is her ladyship Consort Jing all right? After people came when Consort Jing fell into the water, Empress Xianda instructed Tao Gugu to return first, and Tao Gugu had been worried all the time, and Empress Xianda returned only now. Empress Xianda did not answer Tao Gugu and instead smiled. Nothing the matter. Ben Gong will change one's clothes first. Tao Gugu, bring Wang Pei to the hall to sit and prepare some hot tea for her. Finishing, she headed inside to change her clothes. Tao Gugu brought Shen Miao to the hall. The tea was hot as Tao Gugu poured some for Shen Miao and could not help but asked, Wang Pei, what is actually going on with her ladyship Consort Jing? Nothing big happened, right? Why was one delayed for so long? She was an anxious and eager loyal servant. Shen Miao thought about it and said, there is nothing the matter with Consort Jing, and the child in her womb is also doing well. Tao Gugu was violently startled and the tea was almost spilt. When she finally reacted, she stopped her actions, but her face was very pale. When Shen Miao saw her as such, she asked, you all do not know that Consort Jing is pregnant? Tao Gugu smiled forcefully. Wang Pei is joking. How would one know it earlier? If one had known. She did not continue speaking. Shen Miao did not overlook the resentful anger that flashed past on Tao Gugu's face, and her heart was thinking of what would happen if she had known about it. Would she annihilate the child in the womb, like all the females in the palace would do? Just as she was thinking about it, Empress Xianda walked over from inside. She had changed her clothes, but the clothes she changed into were white thin robes, and there was embroidered bluegrass on top of it. One could not deny that Empress Xianda without the official Empress outfit would look an entirely different person. Shen Miao looked carefully and noticed that Empress Xianda's brows was light but comfortable, and she indeed embodied the historian style and was a little similar with Pei Lang, but embraced the wind more than Pei Lang. She walked over and sat by Shen Miao's side before picking up a cup of tea. One is really tired at night, and it is so much warmer to have tea like this. Tao Gugu suddenly knelt down. Your ladyship, how could you still have the mood to drink tea? Empress Xianda was startled. What is this? There was a faint strictness in her tone of voice. Tao Gugu remained unmoved and continued kneeling, but said with some grief and indignation, her ladyship Consort Jing is pregnant. She is pregnant and still wants to frame you. You still tolerate it. Till when do one need to endure? These words had exceeded what a servant should say to a master, and thus the atmosphere quickly became cold. Shen Miao looked at her nose, and she did not speak while she was holding the teacup. Empress Xianda said, Kaiyu Shui, you have followed Ben Gong for so many years, and Ben Gong see you as family, but you have exceeded one's boundaries. Tao Gugu refused to get up. After a moment, Empress Xianda sighed. Never mind. Lu Jing did not know that she was pregnant. Ben Gong knows Lu Jing's temperament well. If she knew that she was pregnant, she would not use the child in her womb to frame Ben Gong. She would only protect the dragon seed well and not let anything happen to the child. But now it is a fact that Consort Jing is pregnant. Tao Gugu raised her head. Your ladyship has to consider for oneself. Shen Miao could no longer stay silent and said, Tao Gugu's words are not wrong. One needs to carefully think about the matter of Consort Jing. That was not all for the Empress. Even with the current situation with the Lu family, your ladyship, the Empress cannot just be an onlooker. Empress Xianda looked at her astonished, as she did not expect that Shen Miao would speak at such a juncture, but she quickly smiled. It seemed that Jing Xing had spoken a lot to you. Caillou Shui, get up. Empress Xianda said to Tao Gugu. Ben Gong do not wish to speak the second time. An ordering tone was used when saying this sentence, thus Tao Gugu hesitated before she finally stood up. Empress Xianda looked towards Shen Miao. One had let you see a joke. Caillou Shui is a person very close to Ben Gong and would think of Ben Gong wholeheartedly, thus her words might be somewhat anxious. However, her heart comes from a good place. She then sighed. Actually, Ben Gong had all the while thought that Lu Zhen is a stupid one and Ben Gong disdained to compete with her, but from now it seems that it is Ben Gong that made an oversight. Lu Zhen still has some capabilities, as she could avoid the concoction to avoid pregnancy and bear the Emperor's child. Concoction to avoid pregnancy. Shen Miao's herd moved. Empress Xianda just told her about the palace's secret like that. In fact, the more she knows, the more dangerous it would become, as those who knew about the private secret matters would at the end become fertilizers for the palace's flowers. However, one did not know why, but she felt it when Empress Xianda spoke to her about these things. It was only because she wanted to tell her and not to guard against her because of her knowledge. You are a smart person, so one thinks that you have noticed that the Emperor has no children in the palace, but this was not because of the concubines or the Emperor himself, but because they all drank the concoction to avoid pregnancy. Lu Jing initially also drank it, but one did not know why, but it is most likely she had used some methods to be pregnant with the dragon seed. This is the first in the palace. After finishing speaking, she seemed to have thought about something else and smiled. Perhaps this is not the first. Ben Gong had also had a child before, but there was a miscarriage. When Tao Gugu heard it, her eyes became somewhat red. Shen Miao's hands that were holding the teacup trembled, but she did not speak. The Emperor often felt that you are not good because he felt that Jing Xing is the best, that even if the female is a fairy, most likely it would not be even worth mentioning to his eyes. At the beginning, Jing Xing said that he wanted to marry a female from Mingqi, thus the Emperor instructed people to inquire many of your matters. After hearing about all the matter, he said to Ben Gong that you have a malicious heart. Empress Xianda suddenly changed topic and looked at Shen Miao. However, looking at it now, Ben Gong feels that you are very kind. Shen Miao was puzzled and only heard Empress Xianda speaking. You obviously want to ask about the miscarriage of Ben Gong's child, but fear that it would affect Ben Gong's feelings and thus did not ask. Shen Miao said softly, this one does not dare only. You are in fact very frank and sincere. Jing Xing has indeed found an interesting wife. Ben Gong like you even more. Empress Xianda smiled before continuing. Actually, the matter has passed a long time, so Ben Gong is at ease. At the beginning, when Ben Gong was pregnant, Lu Zhen added a cold herb into the snacks that the imperial kitchens made. Just a little and Ben Gong's child was gone. At that time, Lu Zhen just entered the palace and was at the favored period. The Lu family was watching and His Majesty could only punish a little. Ben Gong felt that one was not fated with one's child. Just from listening, Shen Miao could already guess the heartbreaking pain in it. In her previous life in Mingqi Inner Palace, the concubines would fight with one another for the monarch's love and favor, thus the inner palace is the battlefield for females, and when females became vicious, they would be more fearful than males. There were a number of consorts' children who became victims in such a situation. However, no matter how vicious a concubine was, the moment they lose a child, they would cry hopelessly. Did this calm and gentle empress in front of her also experience this kind of despair? It took a long time for the scar to be healed, but only she herself would know of the pain from the scar. The most hateful thing was that she could not even avenge for her child. Why was this so? You must not blame His Majesty and don't pity Ben Gong. Even though Ben Gong is indeed pitiful, Ben Gong have also become a wicked person. Empress Xianda said, after Ben Gong miscarriage, one could no longer have children, so in this lifetime, one would not be able to have my own child. Thus the emperor did not let all the females in this inner palace carry his children. Ben Gong does not live well, so everyone cannot live well. Shin Miao was startled because Empress Xianda could not bear children, so Emperor Yongle did not let all the female in the palace give birth. Then Emperor Yongle really loved Empress Xianda, but if he truly loved her, then why would he allow Empress Xianda suffer such a great grievance? Even if Empress Xianda did not mention, Emperor Yongle himself would want to kill the murderer, so why would he make her his favored consort? Shin Miao felt that the secrets of Great Liang's imperial family are not at all less than Ming Qi's. When Empress Xianda saw her startled look, she suddenly smiled. You really believe it? How would His Majesty be willing to give up all the concubines' children because of Ben Gong? Jing Xing could do it because of Jing Xing's good fortune, but the emperor's fortune is not good as he is the emperor. There was so much more meaning to this sentence, thus Shen Miao did not know how to continue for the time being. But you are right with your words. One naturally has to plan for the future. Consort Jing's child come in a convenient time, as this child would temporarily protect her life, but the Lu family do not have such luck. Empress Xianda smiled slightly, but the smile became sharp. The child cannot be kept. In the imperial study, Zi Jingxing's gaze was cold as he spoke to the emperor in front. Zen knows that this child cannot be kept, and if it is possible, Zen wishes to give her a bowl of medication at this moment. Emperor Yongle spoke indifferently, as if the person that would suffer from the medication was not his child and someone else. Then why do you not do it? Zi Jingxing asked sharply. King Zhen doesn't allow it. Emperor Yongle said. King Zhen was Empress Xianda's unmarried name, and this name was not spoken from Emperor Yongle's lips for a long time. After half a moment, Zi Jingxing laughed in ridicule. Imperial Cao's heart has always been soft, and perhaps because of pitying the death of one's child. Zi Yuan. These words seemed to have touched on Emperor Yongle's pain, that he glared at the other party. But it only brought a casual smile from Zi Jingxing. So what can be done now? I do not care about Lu Jing, and I do not want to pay any attention to that child. The Lu family came and left, with the absolute certainty that the child in Lu Jing's womb is a talisman. How could one give them such a big gift to an emperor without any descendant? To suddenly have one, it would be a life-saving straw. No matter how unwilling Emperor Yongle was, the position of the monarch would land onto the child in Consort Jing's womb. Thus, after the Lu family came to take a look at Consort Jing's pregnancy, they did not make a fuss or have any disagreement and left quickly. Perhaps in their eyes, the Empress position of Empress Xianda would soon be gone, and did not even have time to take pity. The power was their kindness, but could one really sleep in comfort without worries? Since ancient times, there was a saying that it was hard to foresee future events. The Lu family has always forgotten about a matter. You and I bear the surname of Zi, and we have the Zi family's blood in our body. Emperor Yongle said indifferently. The people of Zi family are all ruthless and unfeeling.